Assalamu alaikum. Today, the topic we are going to discuss is computer components. Computer components consist of different devices. Today, we are going to discuss about system unit. Inside system unit, there is a chip called CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is the brain or nerve center of computer system. The CPU controls, calculates and processes all the functions in the computer. It directs and controls the flow of data in and information out of computer. It is the hub of processing activities because it is here that raw data is transformed into meaningful information. All the devices, storage, input or output are attached to the CPU through motherboard. Microprocessor. CPU is housed on a single chip called microprocessor located in the system unit. This chip is microprocessor or CPU of a computer. This case mostly called CPU is actually system unit. A system unit is a case that containing electronic components of the computer used to process data. For example, CPU, RAM, motherboard, expansion cards, power supply, storage devices. As you can see the block diagram of a CPU, you can see the components of CPU and as well as the flow of data and control between the different parts of the computer. Functions of CPU. It interprets the data and instruction, generates control signal, perform arithmetic and logic operations, produces the address bits needed by the memory. Here is a review quiz. Why is CPU called the brain of computer? What are the functions of computer? Does the CPU do the following? Answer with yes or no. Components of CPU. The central processing unit is divided into three functional units or components based on the work they do. These are arithmetic logic unit ALU, control unit CU, memory unit MU. Arithmetic logic unit ALU. The arithmetic logic unit performs all arithmetical and logical operations. Arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Logical operations like comparison between two pieces of data. Working. The ALU performs the basic functions on data received from the primary memory based on the instruction from the control unit. Example, the control unit might load two numbers from the memory into the register in the ALU, then it tells the ALU to divide the two numbers or to compare the two numbers for equality. Control unit. CU directs and coordinates the flow of data between different parts of the components of the CPU and other devices. Working. Control unit regulates operations in a computer by directing the data flow within the CPU. It controls I/O devices and data transfer to and from memory. Functions of control unit. It interprets and carries out instruction of computer programs, selects program statement from memory, moves the instruction into registers, carry out instructions. Memory unit. It is a component in computer to store data and instruction. CPU has its own memory to store data and instruction at the time of execution. This is called memory unit MU or CPU registers. What are registers? Registers are the high-speed, volatile or temporary memory location built directly into the CPU that are used to hold the data currently being processed. It is the fastest storage area in the computer. There are 14 basic registers shared by ALU and CU. Review quiz. Name the three components of the CPU. How is ALU different from the CU? Which part of the CPU is used by the following? Thank you.